women dressed like that at the whole thing. The whole program was there. Every woman, their faces are showing. They're wearing different colors, and some didn't have hijab at all. Okay? Where they got the picture? It was my wife and 2 daughters. And they're not even Arabs. They're from Texas. They like to dress like that, and they were like that. And they use that. I said, how, after these women sat there and talked with them, could they do such a thing as this? And I was getting upset. And listen to what they said back. I said, we should sue them. We should go to court. We should. They said, we have the freedom of speech in our country. So I wrote an article. You know, we have our own news site. It's called IslamNewsroom.com. You like to ask my commercials into your show?
Is that
IslamNewsroom.com. One word.
Too many websites, Shaykh, Yusuf sponsored.
Okay, but on there I wrote an article. You can check it out. It's called Freedom to Lie.
Correct.
Yeah, and expose them for it. But at the same time, I still would never consider something physical, because that wouldn't be right.
Well, what happens actually is a reflection of the weakness of the entire ummah at large. 1.5 billion Muslims. When the Prophet is slandered, it means every one of them is being slandered.
True.
So there are so many different ways that we can stop this, put a stop to this, through also the free speech, the free press, and the freedom of consuming a product versus not consuming a product.
Guess what?
Sure.
I have another article for them too. I'll tell you the whole article in the sentence, the title of the article. If they lie, we don't buy.
We don't buy. True.
They lie, we don't buy. I like all of these sayings. I'm going to use. Okay, I've got a surprise for you.
I'm ready.
Muhammad Abdul Rahman from Cairo. Brother, you're live on Ask Huda. Your question.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum
That's
assalam.
Muhammad Abdul Rahman.
That's right.
That's his voice.
That's him. Inshallah, I do
Shaikh
believe.
Yusuf Estes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatu wal ikram.
MashaAllah.
Been a long time.
Oh my God.
Long travel from Virginia now to here. I remember that you left us in Texas, but okay, we forgive you, brother.
Okay, this is Brother Muhammad Abdul Rahman, the brother.
I know who it is. I recognize his voice. This is the one who gave me the dawah. This is the man who gave me shahada.
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Muhammad. How are you?
Salam, Dr. Muhammad.
So you're currently in Egypt.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
It's an honor to speak to you, Akhi. Barakallah fikum.
Oh, it's really my
For
honor.
the brothers and sisters, the viewers who do not know who is Muhammad Abdul Rahman, he is the man who impressed Shaykh Yusuf through his behavior, not sayings. He did not say much, rather he only acted upon the teachings of the deen. And he ended up with 5 members of the same family accepting Islam without really giving a speech, without delivering a khutbah or a sermon. Rather, he just practiced his deen without showing off. And out of that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has guided Shaykh Yusuf, and on his hands, thousands of people have accepted Islam. So you get the reward of that. And also, Brother Muhammad Abdul Rahman, I truly envy you. I truly envy you. And I would
We've
like
got to get him. Where are you in Egypt right now?
I'm in Cairo, sir.
Cairo, that's close to us.
Yeah.
We're in the new city place. It's called 6
I'll see you
October.
this time.
you don't mind attending with us, inshallah, tomorrow. Is it going to be tomorrow?
Can he come on the show?
Tomorrow, inshallah.
Okay, we'll tell the directors to get hold of Brother Muhammad, inshallah, and bring him in, and we'll do something.
Okay, everybody at home, listen up. You guys tell everybody you know, to tell everybody they know, to tell everybody that they know who knows anybody who doesn't know anybody, to watch tomorrow night on Huda TV live. We're going to have him. Will he come?
I think he's going to have to come. You're going to come, Sheikh, yes?
Yeah,
It's confirmed now, inshallah, for a life.
Pleasure, really, and to see you, all of you, and Sheikh Yusuf.
Jazakallah khair. Okay, that will...
Well, that'll be great.
Inshallah. But,
Oh my God, that'll be
glad
great.
you are in Egypt. You are most welcome on behalf of all your brothers, and I understand your daughter also is here.
Yes, she is. She's
I've
here.
been told that yesterday, and that's why I
Allahu
again
Akbar.
most welcome you, and thanks for Dr. Muhammad and for Al-Huda TV.
I believe I myself also very excited to watch this meeting.
Inshallah, I'm looking forward to it too, inshallah. Okay.
I can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Okay, Jazakallah khair, Brother Muhammad.
Jazakallah khair.
That's Brother Muhammad Abdul Rahman. It's a very close
I
friend of ours,
forgot to
inshallah.
tell him to bring some fool when he comes. He always telling me about Egyptian
Okay,
fool.
got to bring the fool, Brother Muhammad. That's a shart, that's a condition, huh?
What is fool?
What is beans?
Beans? We have those in Texas.
Okay, so we've got a call now. Sister Amina from Egypt too. Sister, you're live on Ask Qadi. Your question, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
It's an honor to speak to all of you,
Jazakallah.
especially Shaikh Yusuf. You don't believe that I wish before 3 minutes ago I listened to Muhammad Abdurrahman and Mr. Yusuf. I'm very happy.
Jazakallah, sister.
I wish you meet him and both of them, and I wanted to watch.
Tomorrow in Huda, inshallah, if you tune in the evening, inshallah, it should be there, inshallah.
Thank you.
Barakallah fiqh, sister. Do you have a question, sister?
No, I only
Jazakallah khair.
to say I'm very happy to by Mr. Yusuf. I'm very, very happy and very, very proud by Mr. Muhammad Abdurrahman. And
Jazakallah,
I
sister.
can't say anymore.
Be sure to make dua for him. This guy, he needs more dua.
Jazakallah khair.
You know how I know?
I wish I could be just him, like him.
Jazakallah
But
khair,
I
sister.
tell you, this guy's not married. We need to get him married.
Okay, I mean, we'll see tomorrow, inshallah.
We'll work on that, inshallah.
Maybe we can do everything we can tomorrow, inshallah. Okay, I've got one question, Sheikh. Sister Aisha from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's connected again to the Prophet ﷺ we just spoke about.
Yes.
The sister asked a question. Are we able to see the Prophet ﷺ in a dream? Is this possible? And is this can it happen?
Alayhi salatu wassalam. Well, based on the sound references, the Prophet ﷺ told us in the sound hadith, which is collected by Imam Bukhari or Muslim, may Allah have mercy on them, مَنْ رَآنِي فِي الْمَنَامِ فَقَدْ رَآنِي حَقًّا. In the text of Muslim, فَسَوْفَ يَرَانِي يَقَظَةً. Whosoever sees me in a night vision, have seen me truly. That's me. فَإِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ لَا يَتَمَثَّلُ فِي صُورَتِي. In another version, he will see me while awake. Indicating two things. Number one, if you happen to see the Prophet ﷺ in a dream or a night vision, that's him.
Okay.
A shaitan could resemble anyone in your dream, or even alive, appear in the form or the shape of anyone, but not the Prophet ﷺ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala banned him totally from appearing as the Prophet ﷺ. This is the first fact. The second, the good news which is delivered in the text of Al-Bukhari, that if you see the Prophet ﷺ in a dream, that means inshallah you will be blessed of seeing him while alive. Inshallah you will enter paradise and get to see the Prophet ﷺ as well. There are few things are related to that. Number one, some people go to the extreme and they live in dreams. Their entire life is around seeing dreams and interpreting them. So they live in dreams, not in reality. We need to indicate the first fact is, number one, that seeing the Prophet ﷺ is definitely a good news and is a bishara. But if it is him, Muhammad ibn Sirin, the great interpreter of the dreams, if somebody would come to him with a dream and say, I saw the Prophet ﷺ is telling me this and this and that, his very first question will be, okay, describe him to me. How did he look like? So if he gives the same traits and description of the Prophet ﷺ, he says, that's him. Second, it was also with Abdullah ibn Abbas, the Prophet's cousin, may Allah be pleased with him and his father, who did that with somebody. A tabi'i came to him and said, I have seen the Prophet ﷺ in a dream. He said, describe him to me. He kept describing him and he said, the conclusion, he looks like Al-Hasan. Al-Hasan is the son of Ali, the grandson of the Prophet ﷺ. He said, you're right, that's him. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The second fact is, if you see a dream and the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam gives you an advice or a nasiha, that's perfectly fine. But if you see a dream and somebody says, oh, I am the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and I said, I love you so much and you don't have to pray anymore because you're very dear to me. Oh, listen to this. Every once in a while, we see, we hear, and we watch sheets and papers, emails, messages, text messages, and now with the computer and with the technology, it's using high tech as well, that somebody who happened to be the servant or the guard of the room of the Prophet ﷺ and his qabr in Al-Masjid Al-Nabawi have seen a dream. His name is Shaykh Ahmad, and he says that he's not too happy with the performance of his ummah.
This is a lie. It's a big lie.
They have to do this and this and that. So if you publish 30 copies of this, your business will prosper, and your son will graduate, and your daughter will get married, and your wife will conceive. all of that, we say that's a lie. There is no such person by this name was guarding the room of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
That's true.
And if any person sees in a night vision anything to tell him to do or not to do anything that's in conflict with the commands of the Sharia, that's a shaitan. Because the wahy, the revelation, the inspiration have been seized by the death of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The companions were crying. Nasiba, may Allah be pleased with her, she was crying. Why? Not simply by just the death of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They said that Allah said, إِنَّكَ مَيِّتٌ وَإِنَّهُمْ مَيِّتُونَ. All of you gonna die. وَمَا مُحَمَّدٌ إِلَّا رَسُولٌ قَدْ خَلَتْ مِنْ قَبِلِهِ الرُّسُلُ أَفَإِنْ مَاتَ أَوْ قُتِلَ انْقَلَبْتُمْ عَلَى أَعْقَابِكُمْ. Yes, we admit to this fact. We know that he's gonna die sooner or later. But here she was crying simply because the wahy has been seized. There is no wahy anymore. There's no more wahy. There's no more revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So keep this as an ear in your ear. If anybody says that Rasulullah came to me in a dream and said, for instance, tomorrow is going to be Ramadan. If we sight the moon and tomorrow is Ramadan, tomorrow is Ramadan. What if we don't sight the moon and the person is not born yet? We're not going to fast. Not simply because of a dream. Even if you claim that it was Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So once when you see him, if the same description fits, then that is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this is good news for you. Second, if he tells you anything, person or an advice, I know a girl that she used to wear very revealing clothes. Then all of a sudden she came once and she was wearing a total hijab from head to toe. I did not recognize her. She said, I have seen Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a night vision, and he said, shame on you, isn't it about time to cover up? So she responded immediately. That's a good night vision. But there is no wahy no more after the death of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I don't want this meeting to end up or to finish. But unfortunately we're racing against time, and the director is telling me, unfortunately, we ran out of time. We'll leave you there, and I will turn it to Brother.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh, for all your answers today, and Jazakallah khair, Shaykh.
It's great to be with you.
Thank you very much. Jazakallah. I've just been told by those in charge that tomorrow, between 8 and 9 o'clock, we're going to have a special edition of The Straight Path with yourself, Shaykh Yusuf, and your friend Muhammad Abdul Rahman. So please don't miss this episode. I'm going to
tell everybody.
I'm going to be glued to the TV for that. Okay, so don't miss the episode. Just one more thing, www.islamnewsroom.com. If you want to know all the latest about Islam from Shaykh Yusuf's website, I'll leave you with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
Jazakallah khair.